name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. I'd like to apologize why I haven't been putting no films out or videos out in the past few days and stuff. It's because I've been very busy because I had some deaths in the family. Plus, you know, I'm writing other fiction stories, horror stories. And every time I start writing a horror story, all of a sudden a new idea pops in my head on a different horror story. But I just wanted to go over some things to let everybody know. I also been going over some videos on YouTube as well on people trying to debunk me. Then sit there and see that other videos are coming out where people's claiming that they made these discoveries and stuff, and all these discoveries that they're making is from my research. Just like there's a video out there now that someone claims they found a gunman in a sprocket hole area that was on the rooftop of the county records building. Okay, basically he's taking the claim for that, which that already been old news to me because I brought that out years ago. But like I said, it makes me upset sometimes because usually when I do research, if I find something or when I look at something and when I view something, I'll say, I give that person credit. Okay, I always give them credit. When that's what researchers do. You're supposed to give each other credit. If you make a discovery, you should, help them out as well by, hey, this person. But when it comes to my research, they all want to be hush hush about it. Then as time goes by, all of a sudden they'll slip some of my research in there. Let me get you some of Leroy's research. No one's going to know about it because nobody really likes talking to me about, whatever I find. Just like these debunkers, they want to try to debunk me all the time. But one thing I never did understand is this: they were out trying to, debunk my research because I put Oswald as one of the gunmen. Okay, but see, they don't look at it from different points of views. I mean, like I said, when I first started this research on the JFK assassination, I, you know, knew as much as everybody else did. Oswald did it, 3 shots, that was it. But then when I find, hey, there's more shots taken, which proves there was conspiracy. I look at the images and the photos and films and stuff, and hey, here's a gunman right here. You can see him with rifles. You can see him firing with rifles. You can see in their location and everything else. Here's the evidence. But no, they don't want to help you out with that. They want to sit there and wait down the line and stuff like that. Maybe Leroy will go somewhere and I'll be gone, and then we could go ahead and take his stuff, which basically what a lot of them are doing nowadays. They're taking my stuff, but see, people sit there, oh no, they're not taking my stuff or anything else. When you look overall, especially when it comes to research, when you look at their research, then you go back and they're just changing the words around or changing a little bit here, changing a little bit there, but it's the same exact as my research. Okay, it's been like that when I was doing Noah's Ark research, when I was doing Bigfoot research. Just like people will sit there and say, well, hey, just because I do Bigfoot research, okay, that's different than the JFK assassination research. That's different from my Noah's Ark research. But you'll hear people says, oh, well, I've heard it all. Like, well, Bigfoot was behind the picket fence area. Okay. And then people's going to put him down and says, well, you can't believe him because he believes in Noah's Ark. Or you can't believe in him because he believes in Bigfoot. Okay. Bigfoot has nothing to do with the JFK assassination. Noah's Ark has nothing to do with JFK assassination. JFK assassination has nothing to do with Noah's Ark or Bigfoot. These are different subjects that I do research on. The reason why I've done research on these subjects is because people ask me. Noah's Ark, I took upon myself ever since I was a little boy because I want to know the true story about Noah. And was there an ark? Them are questions that I wanted to find out the answers to. The JFK assassination, I was asked to do that. I was asked to do research on the Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot film. Okay, just like I see people with videos out there now going, hey, here's Leroy Blevins and, making a copy of the Patterson suit. Well, yeah, it can be done today. Okay, it can be done today, but it couldn't be done back in 1967. People don't understand that if it could be, whatever could be done today could have been done back then. Okay, It's just a point of fact of it is everybody wants to make up excuses, okay, for this person, that person. I don't believe in excuses. I mean, we go through a bunch of BS all day long, all week long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why I don't watch TV no more. That's why I don't watch, look over a lot of stuff on the net anymore, because everything you turn around, it's always filled with a lot of negativity. And it's always filled with a lot of lies, basically, too, as well. That's why I stick to either reading books, writing books, or, you know, do my research, stuff like that, because I want to stay in a positive mode, in a positive mood. Negativity, I don't have time for negativity. My horror books has nothing to do with my research as well. Okay, people sit there and say this. Okay, I write horror stories because when I start writing my research books and stuff, and I figured, hey, this is what I would like to see in a horror movie or a comedy or a romance. So I sat down and said, well, the only way anybody's going to figure out what I want to see is by myself. Because, see, me as doing research or writing stories or anything else, I'm amongst people every day. Okay, I was in construction for 33 years, and I was meeting a lot of people and everything else. I know what actually people wants to see, what people wants. Okay, these people up here, which they put themselves up here because everybody else they put down here. Supposedly we're down here, but they're all up here. So what I did is because I'm down here with everybody and everybody else is up here. I know what people wants. These people down here want the truth. Okay, and there's nobody out there willing to take the time to give them to find that truth for them. That's why I take it upon myself to find out truth for them. Okay, there's people out there. Why I make my videos and show my evidence up front, because there's a lot of people out there can't afford, with the economy nowadays, they can't afford to buy a book, so they have to go out and try to still not know what goes on. But only people with money can afford to know what's going on. That's not right. So that's why I show a lot of my evidence in my videos. And yeah, I take a lot of hits for it, because there's a lot of people out there saying all kinds of bad things about it, which, like I said, it don't bother me because I just wipe it off my shoulder. That's it. Because they want to always think that they're better than somebody else, or, they're smarter than somebody else. When I spent every day, I'm either analyzing films or colorizing images or restoring images for people and friends, and I don't even charge them for it. I do it free as well, because there ain't nowhere, you can't get nothing free nowadays. And I know how the economy is, and I know how people are. They need money to buy food. They need money to buy diapers for their children or milk or anything. So that's why I do this, for, give out a lot of information stuff for free, because everybody has the right to know. Just like a lot of my books, like my JFK assassination book, Evidence of a Conspiracy. Okay, that's expensive. It's 40 something dollars. And I know that's a lot of money, but that's because I have all this colorized images in there and evidence to show people. That's why it's so expensive. So what I did was I went ahead and placed it on Kindle. So now they could read it, because now it's only, instead of paying $50 for it, all they have to, it's only $9.99. So you see, I try to make things cheaper. So I'm not, basically, I'm knocking off $40 on a book. I know you can only read it on a Kindle then. Just like my horror stories and stuff like that, to make it cheaper for people. Because like I said, it's not about the money for me. Okay, I get pennies off of my book because I try to keep it as cheap as I can. If I want to make some money off of it, even if I want to make $1 a copy, okay, I would have to raise the price up another $5 on these things just for me to make $1 off of a book. So I keep it down to pennies, where I'm making 12 cents. Okay, I make 12 cents a copy. Whoa, like that's not even no money, but still, it's not about the money. It's about the information that's there. It's about telling the truth and being truthful with people. That's why I do these things. That's why, just like when I made a copy of the Bigfoot suit, all these researchers claim that it cannot be done. But here is a so-called dumb hillbilly from the sticks can make it. I made a copy of the suit. Okay, if I can make it, why can't a costume maker make it? Not because you study something, it's because you got to know how it was made. And that's what I did. I looked out how it was made, who made it, studied their trademarks. That's how I put it together. That's how I made it. Just like in the JFK assassination. How I found the evidence I found is because of pure simple fact that is this. When I first started doing this research on JFK assassination, 2005. Okay. Oops, excuse me. At that point, everybody says there has no been information on film and stuff. One thing is everything's altered, even still today. Notice Pruder film's altered. What makes them so sure it's altered? Oh, because this researcher here said so. Well, where did that researcher get his information saying that the film is altered? Okay. Was it altered? Did they send it to a professional to look at it and see if it was altered? No, they didn't. They just came up with that theory and they came up with that story. It's altered. So people stay away from viewing films or viewing images. Then I step into the picture and I sit there and I was going over research, evidence and everything else. And I said, well, how come this don't match up? Or how come this don't match up? So the only way I'm going to find the truth is, first off, let me see what exactly happened that day. So I got the films, I got the images, took some time, lined it all up so I could study from different angles and different views. And then I'm finding these shots. I'm finding these gunmen. I'm finding extra evidence on top of that. Okay? And then I'm finding more and more to back up my evidence, just like the two gunmen behind in shelter number 3. Okay? Shelter number 3, before I even said where the gunman's location is at, I had to make sure I had tons of evidence to back it up. Picket fence area, all you have is people saying they heard or seen gunmen. That's it. No evidence. You got James Files will run around going, hey, I was a gunman. I'm the one that shot JFK with a firebolt. No, that's not evidence. Anybody can say that. Okay, anybody can say that. But when I'm sitting there and I find these films and images and found one image and it's backed up by films, backed up by testimonies and everything else, now you call that evidence, just like the gunman in shelter number 3. I show you images of them with rifles. I'll show you images of them firing them rifles from that location. I'll show you testimonies to back them up. I got, other films to back them films up and other images to back up them images. So see, we got all this evidence compiled in. They have one word after saying the gunman was behind a picket fence. That's it. And that's like a little piece of paper like this. But then I'll show you a stack of evidence like this saying, hey, the gunman's right in the shelter and you not only can hear about it, but you can see about it. What would you believe? What you see or what someone tells you in your ear? Because that's basically what's ruined the JFK assassination. When JFK was shot, that left the windows and doors open for all kinds of people to make money off of it. And I know people sit there and left a comment, someone left a comment, which was unknown. Oh, I ain't doing this research just for the money. I ain't out to make money. Let's look who's making money. Okay. There's people every day in Dealey Plaza. Not one, not two, dozens of people. Make a donation to me and I'll tell you the whole exact story of what happened. Every street corner. Selling merchandise, selling newspapers, selling DVDs, selling books and everything else on JFK assassination. Every single day, Monday through Sunday. All week long. All through the daytime. They're out there 24 hours, almost 24 hours. Actually, I'll say 10 hours a day out there making money off of what happened in Dealey Plaza. To me, that breaks my heart. Because how can JFK rest in peace when he's constantly brought up year after year, all year long, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year? How can anybody rest when they're constantly being brought up? JFK assassination happened in 1963. Here it is 2017 and they're still talking about it. Only reason why when I do bring my research out and I talk about my research was to put a stop to it. It's done. It's over with. Okay, it's time to put that to rest. Just like the Patterson and Gimlin Bigfoot film, it's time to put it to rest. Noah's Ark is sitting on Mount Ararat, 14,563 feet, locked in the rocks above the Hoare Gorge. Okay, there's two other arks also on top of Mount Ararat. Okay, there's three arks right there alone. One's right above Noah's Ark. One's on the east side of Mount Ararat, which is on Sherry Deer. There, I think that's how they call it, Sherry Deer. Right there, there's another ark there. That was seen by Georgia Gopia. Okay, I have nothing. I'm not. You know, if people don't believe in my research, I really don't care. Like I said, it just they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it. But if I say, hey, there's gunmen, at least I have something to show for it. I said there's gunmen right there in shelter number 3. I didn't just say it. I showed you it. Okay, I show you there was extra shots made. Showed you the shots being taken place at the same time, even in the Zapruder film. Showed you evidence to back that up as well. So I just want to make this video, let everybody know that, you know, I'm still around. Okay, it's just I had some deaths in the family, and I'm going to make some more videos. I just got done making a video on the Patterson and Gimlin film on who filmed it, and I just want to let everybody know, you know, I'm still keeping up with everybody, still reading and looking over other people's videos. They're talking bad about me, but hey, you know, whoop-de-doo for their Subaru, because a lot of people, just like this one guy is sitting there trying to debunk me and stuff, and he goes, well, I really don't want to talk about him. And if you don't really want to talk about me, then why you do it? Plain simple fact. So it doesn't matter. But I'm going to be still making some more videos and stuff. And, you know, like I said, I've been, you know, deaths in the family and working on some books, you know, trying to get some more, because I just came up with a new one called Skippy, which is about, well, I came up with a cover. I was designing cover and stuff for it because it came with storyline. Skippy is what the name of it is, about a young man that is into clowns and stuff, and then when he gets older, he becomes a killer. But, you know, that's be further down the road and stuff, because I'll still be working on the Banshee. I ain't even finished the Banshee yet, which I wanted already done. But and then Sasquatch Z Book 3 I got to do, and then the Reaper's Revenge. Then I have a 7-book series coming out called Phantoms, which is pretty cool series. Is going to be there. But I want to thank everybody for your patience, and sorry I haven't been around, and thank you for letting me vent a little bit there. But I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. And anybody that wants to read my books and stuff, like I said, it's on Kindle. All my research books are on Kindle. All my fiction books on horror stories and stuff and comedy and stuff is all on Kindle. So you can get it a lot cheaper, and you don't have to worry about it. You can start reading it tonight, you know. So again, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, and don't forget that like button. Thank you.